I have people all the time that ask me, how did you start doing this? How long have you been doing this? How far out do you go? What kind of work do you do? And so on and so forth. So maybe I can answer a few questions for everybody, because I get asked that all the time. So I first became interested in construction work when I was probably about 13 years old. And what I did when I was a kid is I would cut down trees and stuff, and I built this little miniature house. It's a tree house, and made out of a bunch of trees, and spent less than $200 whenever I was 13 years old in middle school, and it's still standing today. It's not really the sturdiest thing, but it's still there, and we still got it. So then whenever I turned 16, I took the building trades class in high school, and Randy Missler was my teacher. He taught me quite a bit. So over the 2 years there, I learned a lot, and then I knew I was really interested in doing this type of thing. So we built 2 houses while we were there. We worked on one on that side of town and one over here by the upper elementary. So I learned quite a bit there. Then after I graduated from high school, about a year after, I got a job for a construction company. They're out of St. Louis, and the only thing they do is work on Waffle House restaurants. So that's kind of how I learned the most, is going to work for them. We started out doing stuff in Mississippi. We would remodel Waffle Houses down there. We did some stuff in Louisiana. And over about a 2 or 3 year time span, I had remodeled tons of Waffle Houses. We built a couple Waffle Houses, and I really knew what I was doing. The guy I was working for, he was kind of retiring, kind of quitting. So that's when I started this company here. So when I originally started, all we did were Waffle Houses. I know the first jobs that we did were in Kansas City. We poured a bunch of concrete and some parking lots. Peter here, he's been working for me since 2013. He kind of was working with me and for me whenever I first started in Kansas City. So we've traveled from Houston, basically all over Arkansas, all over Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Missouri. So that's basically how I started. We started doing more and more Waffle House stuff. We worked for several different superintendents. And then slowly I got more work around here just from people knowing about me and hiring me to do stuff. And right now our majority of our work is here in the Eldon area and a little bit of the lake. And we just do a small amount of Waffle House. And we really don't travel outside Missouri now. So right now, Peter, he is in the process of remodeling 8 Waffle Houses. They're just bathrooms, but we do one a week. What we'll do is we'll go in and tear out the bathrooms and completely redo them, retile them and everything. So he's done 3 out of 8 so far. Next week he's going to do his 4th one. So
it's a lot.
It's a lot of work. But, he is the guy that we use for the Waffle Houses. 2 years ago, most of you probably know, we didn't build this building. We bought the building, we remodeled it, we had an open house. All the work that you see in here, we did every bit of it. So it was pretty rough whenever we started. And if you look, so there's a window over there, there's one upstairs, and I think there's another one somewhere that has some before pictures of what it looked like before we started. So, and over the last couple of years since we moved to town, we've got extremely busy around here. It was kind of a tough decision because we were just basically kind of working out of our house before we moved here. So it's kind of tough, but Katie and I, we talked about it quite a bit, and we decided to buy it and decided that this would be a good building. We could actually show the town what we were capable of doing. And it would also be a little better building that you could look at when you're going down Maple Street here too. So I thought that would be a little bit of a bonus too. So and Katie, she came to work with us, or came to work for the company about 2 years ago. So she's very instrumental in everyday things. She'll run materials to the job site. She designs stuff on the computer. She uses DraftSite and a couple other programs. So she does very good, and we wouldn't be able to do anything without her. So very thankful. So over the last couple of years, what has happened is we've acquired more and more work trucks and more employees. Right now we have 16 employees. So it's getting kind of tough to work out of this office right here. Our basement down here is the only storage we have. I have my garage too, it's completely packed full of lumber and everything else you can imagine. So what we've done is we've bought the old craft factory over there by Gerbs, and everybody, once again, they asked me what we're going to do over there, what's going on. So I'll just tell everybody what's going on. On the tall brick portion on the left-hand side, it's about 25 feet tall, and what we're going to do is we're going to have that for storage for us. So there'll be about 5,000 square feet of storage there. There will be 2 garage bays for us to work on our vehicles in there. So that'll be great for us. We don't have anywhere to work on anything here. We just have the street. And we don't have this street anymore, unfortunately. And we used it a lot. So we'll use that entire left side for us. We'll go there every day. We will work out of it. We'll keep our work trucks there. Myself and the guys that work, we'll work out of there. Katie, she'll stay here in the office. We'll keep this as our office. And all our customers will still come here. We won't have any customers over there. And there's 2 other units over there. There's the old Bigfoot portion, and then there's the Friends of Animals portion. So we're kind of in the process of doing a demo on those 2, and we're going to eventually lease those out, hopefully by springtime. But my plan is over there to try to get the outside done before it gets too cold, and then maybe I can get somebody interested in leasing it when I get the outside done. Maybe they'll have a little better vision of what it could be. So right now it looks pretty rough. Everything's fallen off of it, and it hasn't been maintained at all. So, do you have anything you want to add, Katie? Okay.
The transom home you did was pretty awesome also.
I did. We did the transom home over here. We bought that in March. That was very challenging. We got into a lot more than we thought we would. We bought it very cheap, but we spent a lot of money on it. When we first started, we had to work on the foundation first of all, and we got into it. One whole corner of it was eaten up by termites, and we had to replace all the framing on the corner of the house. We had to pour piers in the ground, lift it back up. Literally every single piece of the house was touched. We did something on everything. Nothing was good in it, and that was another really good piece of advertising for us. It got a lot of business for us, and it also helped out that street a little bit, made it a little bit better for everybody that lives down there. We did sell it. We sold it probably about a month and a half ago. Had a lot of people ask that. So the people that live there now, they're very happy, and I think they'll definitely keep it up. It'll be a good house for them. So, and there's several other projects that I could talk about that we're doing around town. I know one that we just kind of got done with. It was our portion of the job. It's over here right across from the hospital, the old Silver Saddle. So we did that for Richard Gray and Zach Taylor. They're gonna do a few things over there. So we put the 3 storefronts on one side, and we did all the metal work and the awnings and the glass and the doors. So that'll be a nice addition as well. So, and there's several other jobs that we got going on around town. We're remodeling a couple houses, doing some siding and some soffit and some fascia.
Working on one house.
So, and remodeling one of Gabe's houses. So we usually have about 7 jobs going on all the time. So I kind of oversee every one of them and try to make sure everything goes real smooth. So that's about all I have. So I'll turn it over.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions for SPI? Did a great job of covering all their projects, but
Hey, I just want to thank you for taking the rough houses and this place and craft and turning it around. It's made a huge difference.
yes, thank you.
Guys.